The pumpkin that grew in a tree. Most pumpkins grow on the ground, but this is a story about a boy that grew a pumpkin in a tree. Do you know where pumpkins come from? Do you know how they grow? In this Scholastic News, you will find out a lot of information about how pumpkins grow and where they come from. When you open the article, you will see two different parts. You will see the part that tells the story of Timmy's pumpkin. Then you will see a flow map that tells you the order or sequence of events that happen when a pumpkin sprouts. Finally, on the back of the Scholastic News, you will see a diagram that explains all the different parts of the pumpkin and labels them by pointing to that certain part. You will become an expert on pumpkins, even if they're little, even if they're round, maybe if they're not. I can't wait to find out what you learn about pumpkins and how Timmy grew a pumpkin in a tree.
Vines. Plants with long, creeping stems that grow along the ground. A pumpkin grows on a vine. Sprout. A young plant.
The pumpkin grows. Ah, pumpkins. They are so big and orange and round. And they make great jack-o'-lanterns. How do they grow, anyway? Pumpkins start from a little pumpkin seed. You plant the seed in the soil. Soon, with water and sunshine, the seed sprouts. It grows bigger, and then a yellow blossom grows on the plant. Blossom is another word for flower. The bottom of the blossom swells up. This is the part that will turn into a pumpkin. The petals fall off the blossom, and a tiny green pumpkin begins to grow. And grow, and grow some more. But by now, it's not green anymore, it's orange. The pumpkin has lots of seeds inside. Some pumpkins have hundreds of them. People can cut open the pumpkin, take out the seeds, and plant them to start the whole cycle all over again. Or the pumpkin just sits in the dirt and rots. Sooner or later, the seeds sink into the soil, and then new pumpkin plants can grow. Lots of pumpkins grow on a pumpkin vine. A vine is a kind of plant that has a long stem and grows along the ground. In October, pumpkins are ripe and ready to pick.
Dance break!
Let's dance with the pumpkins. Stomp your feet. Roll your arms. Now wiggle your body. Good work.
Freeze!
Now take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And let it out. 3, 2, 1. Now melt to the ground.
The pumpkin that grew in a tree. Most pumpkins grow on the ground, but this is a story of a pumpkin that grew in a tree. How did that happen? Timmy's pumpkin. As you read, think about how Timmy's pumpkin ended up in a tree. Pumpkins grow on vines. A vine is a long plant. Vines usually grow along the ground. But Timmy had a pumpkin in his tree. How did this happen? Timmy got some pumpkin seeds. He planted them under his tree. A vine grew. This vine did not grow along the ground. It grew up his tree. A pumpkin grew on the vine. The pumpkin was up in the tree. Timmy loved it. He showed people his pumpkin in a tree. Timmy grew a big pumpkin. This is the pumpkin in the tree. How a pumpkin grows. 1. A sprout grows from a seed. 2. The sprout becomes a vine. The vine grows along the ground or up a tree. Vine. 3. A yellow flower grows on the vine. 4. The flower dies. A small green pumpkin grows on the vine. Dead flower. 5. The pumpkin grows bigger. It turns orange.
Now that you've had a chance to read all about pumpkins, Timmy's pumpkin, the life cycle of pumpkins, and the parts of pumpkins, I would like for you to take some time to go ahead and think about the graphic organizers that you can fill out to show your work. Use the article to help you share your thinking.